Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into a book that could change the way you see creativity. This isn't just any book, it's a blueprint to making creativity a daily habit. Welcome to The Creative Habit by renowned choreographer Twyla Tharp. Now, Tharp isn't talking about creativity as some magical gift. She's showing us how to build it, develop it, and make it reliable. Imagine if every single day, you could tap into creativity on command. What if you didn't have to wait for inspiration but could summon it whenever you needed? Sounds impossible, right? But here's the twist. Tharp believes that creativity is not talent, it's a habit. This simple idea could be a game changer for anyone looking to become more creative. Artists, writers, entrepreneurs, this message is for all of you. Creativity can be learned and practiced like any other skill. Stick with me, and let's uncover Tharp's secrets to building creativity into your everyday routine. By the end, you'll have tools you can start using today to make creativity part of your life. So, what's her big secret? Tharp's answer is simple: it all begins with a ritual. Every day, she has a small ritual that kickstarts her creativity. She gets up early, calls a taxi, and heads to the gym. But here's the catch: it's not the workout that matters to her. It's the act of calling the taxi. This small, intentional action signals her brain that it's time to create. This ritual is her trigger for creativity. Tharp's first big lesson for us is this: creativity doesn't come from a sudden burst of inspiration. It starts with a commitment. What if, instead of waiting to feel creative, you had a trigger that helped you start? So, here's a challenge for you. Think of one small habit you could add to your morning to set the stage for creativity. It could be writing down a thought over coffee or taking a few quiet minutes. What would be your morning ritual? Let us know in the comments what could help spark your creativity each day. Once the day has started, Tharp emphasizes preparation. Preparation is the foundation of your creative process. Tharp calls it creative DNA, the unique mix of interests, memories, and ideas that make up your creative mind. To unlock your own creativity, you need to understand who you are and what inspires you. This is where she introduces her concept of the creative box. Whenever she starts a new project, she fills a box with inspirational items. Photos, articles, sketches, notes, it all goes in. This box becomes her toolbox for ideas, something she can turn to whenever she feels stuck. Imagine starting a new project with a personal vault of inspiration ready to guide you. What would you put in your own creative box? Share in the comments what item you think would ignite your imagination the most. Let's move to her next big point: consistency. Tharp believes that creativity needs routine and structure. That might sound surprising because we often think of creativity as freedom and flexibility. But Tharp argues that routine actually unlocks creativity. By setting a time, place, or pattern, you let your mind focus purely on creating. She shows up to her studio at the same time every single day, whether she feels inspired or not. This routine builds discipline and makes creativity a natural habit. It's like setting up your brain to enter creative mode automatically. So, let me ask you, do you have a specific time each day for your creative projects? Or is it something you only do when you feel inspired? Think about whether a routine might help you build a stronger creative practice. Next, Tharp addresses one of the biggest obstacles to creativity: fear. Fear is something that all creative people encounter. But Tharp has a unique way of looking at it. She believes that fear is just a form of imagination. Instead of using your imagination to create new ideas, you're using it to imagine worst-case scenarios. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, these are all just different ways our mind tries to stop us. But Tharp's advice is simple: face it directly. When she feels afraid, she asks herself, what exactly am I afraid of? Is it fear of not being good enough? Or fear of what others might think? By breaking down her fears, she stops them from controlling her. Let's take a moment. What's the biggest creative fear that holds you back? Fear of failure? Fear of other people's opinions? Let us know in the comments. Let's share and support each other in overcoming these fears. And here's something that's probably the hardest for any creative person: dealing with failure. Failure is a part of the creative journey. In fact, Tharp says, if you're not failing, you're not risking enough. That's her way of telling us that if we're not pushing ourselves, we're not growing. Failure, for Tharp, isn't a setback, it's a learning opportunity. Every time she tries something new, she knows there's a risk it might fail. But she embraces each failure as a step toward growth. Imagine if every creative setback was just another step in your path to improvement. What would you create if you weren't afraid of making mistakes? Think about it, if failure was just another step to get better, would you take more creative risks? Tell us below how you bounce back from setbacks or challenges. And here's an important part of Tharp's process: recovery and renewal. Creativity takes energy, and recharging is vital. Tharp emphasizes that if you want to create over the long term, you need to make time for rest and recovery. After long hours of work, she steps back to recharge and fill herself up with new inspirations. She knows that taking a break isn't a sign of weakness, it's part of the creative cycle. So, what's your recovery ritual? Do you have something that recharges your energy? Whether it's a walk, time with friends, or just quiet reflection, share with us what works for you. Inspiration comes back stronger when you've taken time to rest and renew. By the end of The Creative Habit, Twyla Tharp leaves us with a powerful takeaway. Creativity isn't just something that strikes out of nowhere. It's a habit, a practice, a lifestyle. Whether you're an artist, a writer, a business person, or anyone looking to unlock their creative potential, this book shows that creativity can be a daily choice. So, if you're ready to start building your own creative habit, like this video and subscribe for more inspiring book summaries. Share this video with friends who might need a creativity boost or are ready to make inspiration part of their life. Thank you for watching, and let's make creativity a habit that transforms our lives. See you in the next video.